everybody, what's up, and welcome back to the garden. Today we are going to be picking some German chamomile. Now I already do have a video for this, but I thought I would go ahead and update it and make another one just because we've got some really gorgeous German chamomile this year, so why not? If you've been following the channel for any length of time, you might remember that we direct sowed this chamomile, these chamomile seeds, back into the garden back last September. It might have been early October. I can't remember exactly the certain date. But it is time to harvest this now. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to, take a look at these plants, wait till they're kind of in a full bloom, starting to get, that really profusion of blooms going on. And then I am going to go about the process of picking these. Online, there are plenty of tools that you can buy to pick herbs like chamomile. Obviously, I'm not going to buy them. I only grow chamomile once a year. I don't have like a big chamomile farm or anything, so I can't justify that. So I'm just going to use my hands to pick these. All I'm going to do is I'm going to take a look at the flowers, and I'm going to wait till the flowers are fully open. Ideally, we want those flowers to be completely just, petals open, dry, especially dry. Wait till, the morning dew and all that is gone. We want these to be dry. And then I'm just going to pop off the flower head. If a large cluster of the flowers is open, you can obviously grab the cluster and just harvest the whole cluster. It's a lot quicker. That's usually what I do. Occasionally you might get one that's not really open yet, but that's fine. That's really not a big deal. I just pick those out later if I don't want to use those. I want the flower to be relatively flat. That yellow part, we want that to be relatively flat. Flower ages, that yellow part turns more and more cone shaped. That's usually the result of the process of it starting to form seeds. So I like to get the flowers when the yellow part is still relatively flat and the petals are just, completely open. Once the petals start to droop down, that's not ideal for harvesting our chamomile flowers. We want white petals that are completely just, open. I don't know how to explain it. You don't want petals that are slanted down, like hanging down. That means that flower is in the process of, forming seeds, and it's a little bit too old for harvesting. It can mold more easily when you store it, all kinds of different stuff. So that's really the ideal time that I'm trying to harvest these. I hope that makes sense. Once I have harvested all of my German chamomile, all I'm going to do is I'm going to dump it out. Ideally, a screen would be great for this if you have access to a larger screen. I don't have any screen, so I'm just using a paper plate. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to spread out my chamomile flowers on a paper plate in just a nice thin layer. Ideally, a single layer, but mine are a little bit deeper just because I have so many flowers. Next, I'm going to move this plate to a cool, dark place in my house that obviously is dry also. And I'm just going to leave those there for about a week, and within a week they should be nice and dry, and I'll be ready to store those. I store them in just a brown paper bag with, just a couple holes in it for air circulation so that no fungus or anything or mold can grow on the flowers. Saving chamomile flowers, the most important thing is to make sure that they are dry and to make sure that there is no excess moisture that's going to cause these flowers to rot or, have mold on them or anything like that. We really want to avoid that. After that, I'm just going to store them in a dark, cool place in my house, and they will be ready to use for my soap making. That's what I'm using my chamomile for. I'm going to be using these to make some really great chamomile soaps coming in the winter. That's really about it for this video. I hope that it was somehow helpful. I'm not quite sure if it was. If it was and you like the channel, be sure to subscribe. We'd love to have you. Share with a friend, all that good stuff. I hope that you guys are having an amazing day, and I will talk to y'all later. Bye, guys.